guys. So my name is Courtney Smith.
And I'm Crystal Stone.
So today we're going to do a little bit of spoken word poetry. So spoken word poetry kind of takes the poem from the page to the stage and it brings the poem to life. We kind of collaborated on this project together. I, being a spoken word artist that does the performance piece of it, and Crystal here has written a lot of poems, published some books.
Yep, my first one's coming out this fall, actually.
Yeah. So this is our poem that we created together called Dear Self. Dear Self, I know it seems strange to be writing this letter to you since you don't really hear from me all too often. We just don't seem to be too close these days. Some days you get too busy taking care of everyone else that you forget about me. You're gonna be lost without me one of these days. I mean, you were already lost without me, and then you found me, and
now you get too busy chasing dreams that you forget you once prayed for everything you have now. I guess the affirmations keep getting lost in translation. We just don't seem to be speaking the same language anymore, so
I'm writing this letter in hopes to find you at the meeting place where poetry connects mind, body, and spirit, and truth is the only thing that matters. Let me speak truth to you and count all the ways that you amaze me. You are drop dead gorgeous. Yeah, I said it. And I know I probably shouldn't be tooting my own horn, but they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it took me a month before I could make eye contact with myself in the mirror to tell myself that I am beautiful. So no, this is not me being cocky. This is me finally feeling confident in my own skin without being two sheets to the wind.
Woohoo!
Or being dressed half naked to catch the eyes of these men who only want to get inside of these jeans anyways. And these stretch marks
are hieroglyphics showing the way to every home-cooked meal, every burrito and sleepover pizza night, popcorn and movies with friends. These are the lines on the maps tracing our adventure that night we snuck out, jumped over the fence, and skinny dipped below the half moon in that private pool we probably shouldn't have jumped in.
I used to be afraid of the dark because I thought that monsters were real. They hid in closets and underneath beds. They lived in the same ones who sang me lullabies. I never thought the monsters I was the most afraid of would also live within me, so I guess here comes the part where I tell you that I am my biggest enemy, which isn't really true either when you learn that there's a purpose to suffering.
Mm-hmm. Even in pain,
you thought you were invincible,
even though sometimes you wish that you weren't. Wish those pills were enough to swallow you when you couldn't swallow the pain.
I tried to kill myself once, but I got so drunk that I took the wrong pills. I was pissed that it didn't work. Now I'm glad that it did because I had to kill the caterpillar before I could become the butterfly. Did you know that in order for a caterpillar to transform into a butterfly, it literally digests itself?
When wrapped in the cocoon, it produces enzymes that break the body down into a soupy mixture and then rebuilds itself.
Leaving no trace of the caterpillar, the butterfly emerges free to fly. You are free to fly.
The tears of the past are little diamonds formed under pressure. Treasures to wear with pride, treasures worth keeping.
You are worth keeping. I'm proud of you, how you've outgrown your camouflage.
You no longer need to salamander your way to friends or out of danger. You protect yourself. You love the people that found you in the middle of the road, the people who brought you back safely to the grass. You can be your own colors now. You stop fearing that everyone would hurt you, but sometimes you look a little different than I remember.
Did you know that alcohol literally numbs physical pain? For real. I once walked around with 2 broken ribs and had no idea. It's funny how the body holds memories that the mind tries to forget. I guess 2 years sober wasn't long enough for you to forget. And no, this is not some badass war story about how I can take a hit. This is an apology to my body. I'm so sorry for neglecting you.
You are not just a couch that a man will sit on. You are not just a toy that he will throw away and come back to when he's bored. You are not a coffee table book, a pretty decoration.
You are a temple. It's time for us to heal now. And remember to say thank you to every ex that will come back to tell you how amazing you are and how the guy that you will end up with will be lucky. No, really. Tell them thank you. It is because of them you will learn that your worth is not determined by whether they can love you or not. That man cannot love you the way that you need him to, and you never even asked yourself if you wanted him to. You just accepted what you thought you deserved because that's what girls with daddy issues do. You are so courageous.
You speak like you had a mother to raise you, like you didn't spend so much time without roots nourished.
You love like you've never been broken, like you're not on an expedition, still excavating the rest of the pieces of your heart that's still missing.
You've bloomed a full flower with petal limbs that you don't let anyone pluck because you deserve the space you exist in.
Even when you feel like you're just a pretty face.
Even when you feel like you've got nothing to offer.
You are allowed to just exist.
And I won't ever leave you.
I'll be back in the morning to water you, to make sure that the sun gives you energy, to make sure you have strong roots, even when others try to pull me away. Dear self, if someone asked you to name all of the things that you loved, how long would it take for you to name yourself? This is not a trick question.
Someone asked me the other day to name all the things I love. I couldn't think of just one,
so I hope a whole poem will do.